understanding now is they're going to have lunch shortly, and there's going to be a decision made on whether to call it wet and allow people's time to change their tyres. Now, most of the classic bikes, or all the classic bikes, don't really have a tyre option, but when you get to the post-classics, there is a different sort of situation there. So not raining heavily. In fact, indeed, it looks like it's stopped outside. There was quite some heavy spits there in the last session, but we're out there on the track with the 501cc to pre-open 501. So this is the pre-63 open modified, and the classic 1970s. And I can see somewhere out on the track as he gridded up yet. Rod Dunshea went out there late. But Rod Dunshea's on a Vincent 1000cc machine, and definitely a couple of big Nortons out there. Got 155 Jaden Galway, and there'll be 315 Terry Galway as well. We've got Michael Hamilton on a Norton Commando. There's a number of them there as well, but it's just a 1000cc bike, Rod Dunshea. And that bike machine was 215. Off into turn one. See, someone's already got their red light on. That's easy, just put it on in the morning, leave it going all day. These things are modern LEDs, they're easy to fit, and that's how it is. Bright red helmet there, back in 5th place. That makes the commentary job a little bit easier once I line up whose numbers. In fact, they're pretty damn fast too. They've got up to 4th place already. Hand up in the air for one of the Galways there. It is one of the Galways there, hand up in the air. That was good, clean hand up in the air. So that's what happens. But let's get back to the other Galway, which is leading the race. And I've got to say, is that number... I'm just going to get my binoculars out and see whether I can... I've got to take the caps off the binoculars too. I'm not even going to get time to have a look at them down that centre straight. I know the numbers were different on the both bikes, otherwise they're relatively the same. I'm going to say that's probably Terry out the front with the yellow leathers. Going to say that's probably Terry on the 315 machine. Maybe I can look at the CTAS footage there. What great to have CTAS footage here. I look over to another screen there. Down the back straight, he's got a static camera at the end of the back straight. Yes, it is indeed Terry Galway there on 315 coming into the front straight in 1st place. You'll see, you might see his son parked up there. That's all right. That's a bit of work in the workshop or the pits later on. In behind him in 2nd place is a 101 Colin Tate on the twin cylinder Norton Dominator. In 3rd place there, I think that was 140 Paul Arnold on the blue machine from Gisborne. Paul running the 1971 750cc Rock North Commando Norton there. So he's there in 3rd place, the bright blue machine. Back into 4th place, that could be Michael Hamilton with the red brain bucket on there, but he's getting hunted down by probably 191 Cobb here. Those two battling it out in the infield there. Yeah, that looks to be like, from memory, Cobb Here's machine. What's he riding? Cobb Here on the 191 is riding the TR7RV Triumph, 1973 Triumph. So back out to, oh, actually there's another Norton retired. Terry Galway retires down the centre straight. Well, when I say retires, puts his hand up and slows down substantially. He was looking out for the lead there. So that's handed the lead to Norton Dominator mounted Colin Tate from Wanganui. He should be on 2 bikes today. I think I saw him out earlier on his Manx Norton. That was parked up about the last time I talked to him. It had a problem with internals of the motor, but he's got that back in action. So back onto the trusty old 101 Norton Dominator for this class. Different class bikes, of course. You've got the racing class as well as this is open modified. And where was Rod Dunshea? Did he actually manage to get out there? I can't quite see him on the screen. I saw him on the start-finish line. Anyway, that doesn't matter. That battle goes on. Who's that? 3rd place there? 2nd place now. They've inherited 2nd place. Michael Hamilton. That's the man with the bright red helmet has got in front of Paul Arnott. You'll see that race going into the Toyota corner. The bright red helmet and the blue bike there. About 5 or 6 bikes separating the two of them. And in behind that is Cobb here on 191. We go back to Johnny Stevens in 5th place on 185. Paul Swanwick, Brent Taylor, Bruce Aiken, and Terry Galway dropping off the list there, and that's to be expected because he had his hand up there, so no doubt he's pulled out somewhere along the line. So that's 2 Galway machines out of action. I might try and catch up with those boys at lunchtime. A great battle going on there, coming out of the hairpin between Cobb here and Paul Arnott. Paul Arnott had it in the lead there, but here comes Cobb here, and this is on CTAS as well. Going up into braking into Higgins, but Arnott was just that little bit later on the brakes as they sweep round that big right-hander there and onto the back straight. I'm going to look at it live now and see which has got the power differential. It looks like to be Cobb here is quite a bit quicker. Yeah, real substantially quicker down that back straight. You can see them back on the screen there, coming down into the big sweeper there with the static camera from CTAS. All this footage is available in approximately about 3 days, I would suggest. Grant comes down from Hamilton to do this event. He's got to pack up all his gear. That takes several hours on a Sunday night after the meeting, and then he's got to drive back home. He's got his own work commitments and that, and we'll load this onto YouTube via the CTAS system. So if you want to get it, don't go to YouTube, just go straight to CTAS. You'll see current events, you'll see recordings available, you'll see timing screens available, and there's a huge amount of motorcycle racing. I was just actually listening to some commentary and yesterday on my iPod that I had from the Suzuki series last year, but there's a huge amount of recordings there from the New Zealand Superbike Championships. Some of the classic people, if you're interested in classics only, you can get the footage from the Barry Sheen Memorial race meetings at Hampton Downs some years ago. There's the Suzuki series, the cemetery circuit as well is on there from time to time, and there are some older footage that's not quite on there. If you do have a particular race, you might want to contact them personally. It does take time and effort to load up there, but he's always done that for me. I've rung him up and said, what about this footage, and he'll take a bit of time sometimes, but that doesn't matter, and he'll load that up there. So CTAS, great to have them down here on behalf of the Classic Motorcycle Racing Registry. Here comes Colin Tate there, ready for the checkered flag. The boys have tucked away the white flag. He takes it on the 9101 Norton Dominator, or Detonator as some people call him, and looking out for that second place race. Is it Paul Arnott? Where's that red? Oh, here we go, onto the front straight. I was looking at fifth, fourth and fifth. It is Michael Hamilton with that bright helmet there, and followed by Paul Arnott. Another nice battle coming on there, and that is Cobb here just pips out Johnny Stevens. They've been like that for a lap or two, so that's the 5th and 6th spot. So Norton, Triumph, Norton. That's the top 6 bikes. Expecting Brent Taylor round onto the front straight on the 219 machine, the Triumph Thunderbird. And on the yep, that is indeed good numbers, mate. It's nice and easy to pick up, because with this manual timing system, it's not always deadly accurate. Well, it doesn't refresh as quickly, but there we go. 238 goes through there, 209, and that is that race done and dusted, except for the white down lap. Oh no, there's one bike still coming along there around that big sweeper, and they'll still be enjoying their day. My understanding, it is lunchtime now, so I'm going to put